Guillaume Joseph Hyacinthe Jean-Baptiste Legentil de la Galaisière did not become famous for major astronomical discoveries, but he still became known in the world of astronomy. He was born in Normandy in 1725, where he finished school. After that, he moved to Paris. Not knowing what else to do, he started attending theology lectures, the science of religion. At the same time, he also attended the lectures of the famous astronomer Joseph-Nicolas Delisle at the Collège de France. The astronomy classes fascinated him so much that he decided to leave theology studies and completely devote himself to science. In a short time, he managed to stand out and become the assistant to Jacques Cassini, the son of the famous Italian astronomer Giovanni Domenico Cassini. In 1750, the professor invited him to join the observatory in Paris. Legentil quickly demonstrated dedication and diligence. He discovered several celestial bodies, such as the star clusters M36 and M38, and the small galaxy M32, which belongs to the Andromeda constellation. In 1757, his work was highly respected at the French Academy of Sciences and was an honor for the young scientist. All the while, Guillaume was waiting for the right moment to prove himself. One of those moments came in 1760, when the Association of Astronomers planned to prepare for a major event the following year, the transit of Venus, across the Sun's disk. This is a special phenomenon that occurs only twice in over 100 years. At that time, it was an extremely important event because it could accurately measure the distance between the Earth and the Sun. In fact, it was necessary to record the exact moment Venus entered and exited the Sun's disk from very distant points on Earth. By comparing this data, thanks to trigonometry, the distance from the Sun could be calculated. On the other hand, the precisely calculated distance from the Earth to the Sun could be used to calculate the distances between other bodies in the solar system. In other words, it was an astronomical event that allowed for measuring the distance from the Earth to the Sun. The French Academy of Sciences immediately decided to organize expeditions to observe and record the transit of Venus from different locations on Earth. Legentil volunteered for one of these expeditions, aiming to go to India and observe the phenomenon from there. However, considering the general political situation, it was not easy to enter India. English and French ships were fighting for control of the seas, so Legentil had to change his plans. He went to Madrid, then through Malaga to Marseille, where he boarded a ship for Madagascar. Fortunately, the ship sailed towards the point where the transit of Venus was to be observed, but it arrived too late. Nevertheless, he did not give up and decided to try again the following year. Unfortunately, bad weather and political obstacles prevented him from reaching India on time. In the end, he did arrive at his destination when the transit of Venus had already concluded. Legentil was disappointed that he could not contribute to this significant astronomical event, but he accepted it as part of his journey and continued his career. Disheartened by his failure, Legentil decided to return to France, but numerous misfortunes delayed him. He spent most of his time exploring the surroundings, recording research. Captain James Cook, known for his explorations, was tasked with investigating the Pacific Ocean. His journey to the island of Tahiti was a crucial part of this endeavor. On Tahiti in 1769, Cook and his team successfully observed the transit of Venus, recording data that later allowed for precise calculations of the distance from the Earth to the Sun. This research made it possible to improve maritime navigation, which had a significant impact on future ocean explorations and the discovery of new lands. Did you know that Legentil traveled over 16,000 kilometers, more than the distance between Paris and Tokyo, just to observe the transit of Venus? Unfortunately, clouds ruined his plans twice, just like when you are waiting to watch your favorite cartoon, but the power goes out. When he returned home, he discovered that everyone thought he was dead. His heirs sold off his property, and his wife went to a convent. Despite many problems, Legentil managed to recover some of his property and continued his work. His dedication to science remains an example of perseverance, just like athletes train every day to achieve their goals. Legentil passed away in 1792, a few years before the French Revolution erupted. His story teaches us that, despite obstacles, we should always follow our dreams and never give up. If you liked the video, like it and subscribe to the channel to help it grow and spread these smart informations.